Hey everybody. So on this video I want to talk about what the clubs are looking for specifically, and also maybe what some of the guests at these clubs that I'm booking are looking for. And in turn I hope that'll help you to maybe get more gigs and make some more money in the long run. First of all, there's a big misconception about what you're being hired for. They are hiring entertainment specifically to generate sales. They're not hiring musicians to sing their favorite songs. They're not even thinking that much about the fact that it's musicians. They're hiring entertainment to generate sales. It's great if you're a talented musician, or a great singer, whatever, but you have to understand that people are not really going to these rooms that I'm booking to listen to music. They're going there for many other reasons than to listen to music. While there might be clubs that are for that, these places are not that. So in these clubs you need to be able to engage the audience and be an entertainer. Something I see a lot is people using music books and reading out the music book, and I have yet to see a musician who can engage an audience while reading out of a book. So it's sort of like this: if I'm talking to you right now and I'm reading it, there's just something lost because I'm not looking at you. And I see so many musicians doing this. I did it in the past. I had an agent tell me, lose the music book, and I kind of said, I see everybody else doing it, but I have to say it was the best advice I ever got, or at least one of the best advices I ever got. So you should really try to get rid of the music book. I know some people use an iPad on a stand. I mean, I guess it's okay if you need it for like a cheat sheet for a song you don't do very much or something like that, but I just see so many solo artists, duos, trios, full bands, 10-piece horn bands. I see all these people just reading lyrics out of a book, and it's not possible to engage your audience doing that. So you really want to steer away from that. And that these clubs are definitely not hiring you to regurgitate your favorite songs. They are looking for so many other things besides that, but I think a lot of musicians kind of think like, oh, I'll play my songs, I'll play my originals, I'll play my favorite cover songs that might be deep cuts or whatever. That's not really a recipe for success. And this is show business. They want you to be an entertainer. So if you have to choose one, I would choose getting the words wrong, not reading out of a book, but being a better entertainer and engaging the audience. When I get feedback from these clubs, if it's a packed night, they say good night or great or awesome or whatever. But if it's not a packed night, if it's empty, they have all these comments about what the musician was like. They weren't very good, they were dressed like a mechanic, they were whatever. And that sort of opened my eyes a lot when I first started hearing that like, if it's good, if they're making money, they don't really care that much about what you're doing. But there sort of is a recipe for how to best make money in this business by playing the right material, etc. But the truth is you really could do an original set, and if you're entertaining enough and can develop a following and promotion, whatever, you could be successful and make great money doing that. But I think that that's a hard way to do it. I just said I've had every club I book say something very close to the following: I don't care if you find me somebody who plays Happy Birthday all night on a wash tub. If they bring 100 friends who drink, I love them. So when I heard it the first time, I thought it was a joke. When I heard it the second time, I thought it was a weird coincidence that this other club would say almost exactly what this club said to me. And the third time and after, I realized it's no joke, it's no coincidence, it's the truth. So they care bottom line about sales. And I know as musicians we kind of understand that, but I don't think we understand that it's really just, that's like a giant piece of the pie. Like, I think as musicians we kind of think if you have the whole pie, the giant section of the pie is our talent. All the time we've spent practicing and whatever else, and how good we are. And then everything else is sort of like, promotion and how we look and whatever else. And that's like the little rest of the pie. But, and it's my experience that the truth is that the tiny piece of the pie to everyone else is how good we are. And everything else is the promotion, your product, your branding, how you do your email list, how you schedule yourself, how you dress, if you're nice to the club. That's the big piece of the pie. And I think a lot of us really sort of have that wrong. I know I did. It's important that you care about being good at what you do, being a good musician, caring about those things, being a good singer, being a good performer. But it's important to know that if you want to make money, you have to look at the business side of things and look at all these other things that as musicians we don't normally even really think about that much. Those are the important things as far as the money side is. If you continue on just kind of saying like, I'm going to make money for my talent, it's just a much longer road. It's not impossible, but it's much harder to be the exception than it is to be the rule. And the rule is that you have to learn about business to make money in this. When you think that you're being judged on how good you sing or play, and you're not, someone who's judging you is just reading a sales report, they didn't even hear you or whatever, it's a real eye-opener to what this business is really like. So what are people going to these clubs for? They're going to drink or eat, to party or have fun, to dance, sing along with the music, maybe to hook up, to meet somebody, to be entertained. But low or not on the list at all is to hear music. We live in an age where people have their entire music catalog streaming on their phone or whatever, it's in their pocket. So if they want to hear challenging music, there's many other ways to hear it, but they're going out to be entertained or to have fun, to hook up, to dance, to sing along, to drink, to whatever, to escape the doldrums of their everyday life. But they're not really going out to hear challenging music or original music or deep cuts or whatever. So they want to hear basically what every band is playing. So I know musicians might get bored with that, but that's probably the quickest recipe for success, is to start playing all the songs that everyone always wants to hear. All the songs that you might think are stupid or whatever, but Sweet Caroline and Don't Stop Believing and Sweet Home Alabama and Margaritaville, Build Me Up Buttercup, I don't know. There's whatever the new stuff is, Bruno Mars. But all those songs will help you so much more than trying to show off your musicianship with some deep cut or original song or whatever in these rooms. All right, everybody, that's all for now. As always, I hope some of this will help you in the future with your musical career. And shoot me an email if you have any specific questions. Thanks.